What is going on, everybody? We are watching Daredevil Born Again, this time episode 7. Thanks so much for coming back. If you want to watch the entire episode or show with us without any cuts and interruptions, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/cinejump or cinejump.com. Both URLs will get you there. You will need your own Disney Plus subscription so you can open it up side by side with our reaction. We give you a 3, 2, 1 countdown sync, and it's like you're watching with 2 of your favorite pals from the internet. All right, here we go.
When you look out this window, what do you see?
New York?
Fear.
Oh.
A city turning to a stop.
So poetic.
And I promised this city that I'd protect him from this freak. And we have nothing.
A girl named Angela Del Toro was dropped off at Presbyterian late last night.
Oh.
She's still alive.
She lost a lot of blood, like 2,500 milliliters, which,
Dang.
I don't know, kind of sounds like a lot, but...
That's a lot. Yeah.
I don't know how much it is, but it sounds like a ton.
The girl claims she was rescued
by the vigilante known as Daredevil.
Uh-oh.
Truth has been broken.
He should have told her not to say anything.
So he's back.
We don't know that for sure.
Get out.
But then how would she have escaped? She'd lost 2.5 liters of blood. You wouldn't be walking around, I think.
Oh no, that'll leave a mark on your
Yeah.
soul.
I would be afraid of the subway, afraid of the dark, afraid of people.
I mean, that PTSD,
Yeah.
that's gonna be a long healing process. As quickly as JGL figured out who Batman was.
Oh, God. He's back. He can't be in a relationship with her anymore. There's too much to hide.
It's nothing. I just, you know.
You're lying to me. Why are you lying to me? That's fine. Just kiss it better. It's cool. But eventually, they're going to have that conversation.
He could be like, I went to the bathroom. I didn't see the floor is wet sign.
I fell down the stairs today. That legitimately happened.
Yeah.
So,
All things are possible. He has so many truths to borrow from in order to get away from telling her the whole truth.
But can you be in a proper relationship with someone while lying to them all the time?
Yes. It's easy if you practice.
You were gone when I got here.
Madison case. It's a bear.
Matt, you left your briefcase here and you didn't get those bruises at work.
Yeah, she's not dumb.
I'm having trouble sleeping. Sorry, Heather. I know you worry about me, but I do just occasionally bump into things. It is part of my reality.
Then why lie about going for a walk?
Because it's embarrassing, sweetie.
She's too smart.
What's going on? You're checked out a
Dating
large
a
portion of the
therapist, bro.
time. You put yourself
Exactly.
in dangerous situations, like the bank. You're beat up. Is this some sort of self-harm?
Oh, yeah, he's at the bank. That's a plausible
Yeah.
way he could have gotten the bruise.
She would have seen it already.
Oh, all right.
They're quite sexually active
Okay, Heather, you realize I used to have this whole other life.
before you.
And it was a lot different to this.
At your old firm, with your old friends.
Oh.
You know, and sometimes this all feels, to me, feels like
Oh, God. Is he pushing her away?
fake.
Fake? He's pushing her away.
Yeah.
Fake?
Not you.
Yeah.
That's how I'd take it.
I'm sorry to do this, but you have been tamping down trauma for so long.
Oh, my God. She's doing it to him.
Yep.
It's not a fight, it's a process.
Got it. Understood. Thank you.
Yep. One ear out the other. We're good.
Dr. Glenn.
Oh, don't joke your way out of this.
I'm sorry.
I love you, Matt.
Wow.
God.
First time.
Oh, it's
okay.
mutual. Oh, my goodness. You love her so much you don't tell her the truth.
Yeah. The thing is, though, she's a therapist and she's really smart, and her whole job is helping people to confront the lies and truths that they don't tell themselves.
I told you to stay out of
What was
it.
I supposed to do? The cops were dicking around getting nowhere. I found Muse in one night.
The door's open.
Yeah, I know.
He's a serial killer, Jerry. This is different. 60 dead. Would have been one more if Daredevil hadn't shown up.
That's true.
He's still out there, so I'm gonna need you to reach out to your contacts and find out exactly where all of Muse's victims
So
are
you
found.
think
'Cause
I'm
after
gonna
last night,
enable
after
you with
last
this
night,
shit?
Come on.
He's gonna go into survival mode because he knows he's got limited time. If I can figure out his pattern, I can figure out where he's gonna strike next. Talk to your contacts.
No.
Come on, Cherry.
If you want to blow up your life again, you go ahead.
Oh, man.
You're on your own.
He saved that little girl.
God damn it. I know. Like, what was she supposed to do?
Was the
Like,
time when
die?
you were on the force, moments like this, you called me.
That was then. This is now.
Yeah.
It's not like Muse is the first serial killer the city's ever seen.
Talking about a man who dresses in a devil costume.
If he is back, if he is going after Muse, it's not the worst thing in the world, is it?
Exactly. I want to know his response to that.
I just mean, for the sake of the city.
I mean, you know, but whatever you want.
Talking about a man who single-handedly destroyed 10 years of business infrastructure. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
He took down my
Okay.
entire business. One that made hard-working people who believed in themselves and my enterprise richer than they ever dreamed of.
Sure.
Blue-collar millionaires, from distributors overseas to those people, they had grit.
He knows he's bullshitting, right?
I think that Fisk truly believes in what he's saying.
All because of this twisted, delusional man, this vigilante, because of his righteousness.
Okay.
Fisky, are you projecting?
You've moved on from that now, huh?
Well, that certainly answered my question earlier.
Man, now.
Yeah.
Institutional resources, law enforcement resources.
Using those to settle old scores could be seen as an abuse of power.
When I brought you over from your previous life,
Defo knows.
can you recall why I said I hired you?
I believe you called it my ability to think asymmetrically.
Yes. Now, I have the responsibility to protect this city from anyone who steps outside of the law.
Do we think that British Tobey Maguire is super loyal?
I think so. He chooses people specifically.
I was right, Mr. Murdoch. Hector was right. And then Daredevil kicked the shit out of him.
Okay, so she doesn't know.
Daredevil saved me.
Yeah, I heard. Angela, what do you remember about Muse, about Track 61, anything?
Besides the murder basement and the bloodletting stuff.
Yeah, besides that.
Her face is everything. Like, grody.
Detective asked me a bunch of questions.
So
when I woke
gross.
up.
It was stinking there. It's just a Banksy, it's okay.
Now I need you to think really carefully. What can you tell me that was out of the ordinary? Different, unique?
He had these sketches.
That cop looks wigged out.
Yeah.
Talking about them. They kept doing them.
What of? Like murals of people?
Faces.
Whose faces, do you know?
Thanks for meeting me, Mrs. Fisk.
Oh.
You've been causing a lot of chaos, Luca. If you're looking for attention, there are other ways.
Look, I'm a straight shooter. I don't do politics.
Is she gonna kill him?
That's what I'm wondering.
We're not earning like we were with you. Most of us aren't earning at all. Any since the brick dinged me for nearly $2 million?
That was me.
Oh.
You know the rules. Play nice, keep smart, keep low. You did none of that. Now you owe.
The rules were worth it when you were running things. It was better then. You know that.
She does know that. But
Maybe it's time for a change.
no. No coup.
Are you asking for my permission or my help?
That's up to you.
Oh. No.
Wow.
She can't. If she betrays Fisk, that's bad news for her. Oh my god, what if he's Muse?
Okay, you're right. No, you're right. That's so obvious now.
Right.
Yeah.
And they call for me to come over, but when I join them, they don't see me. I mean, no one knows I'm there.
What do you think it means?
I have no idea.
That's why I'm here.
You said your parents put a lot of pressure on you.
No, I love my parents.
Bastion Cooper. Who is he? And are you certain he's our guy?
What?
How'd you know that?
I found a piece of clothing in Muse's lair, and we assumed it was fabric, but our analysis showed that it was actually canvas.
Canvas.
Oh.
Very rare, very expensive. There's only 2 stores in the entire city.
Wow. She narrowed it down fast.
Bastion is the only person we couldn't find.
Doesn't prove he's guilty.
No, but when we started looking into Bastion's past, we made some troubling discoveries.
Oh, no.
Sounds like a 99% certainty.
Well, we don't know until we
Involuntary
know.
commitment when he was 15.
Okay.
Expelled from Phillips Exeter. Involuntary commitment when he was 17. And another one when he was 20. He certainly does have issues.
There is one more thing, sir.
Okay, here we go.
Did
Let's
he
have it.
kill anyone?
Familiar are you with Taekwondo?
Okay.
Okay.
Boxing.
Did I ever tell you I used to compete in Taekwondo?
No?
He murdered somebody in Taekwondo.
Did you enjoy it?
When he kicked someone's head off.
There are really only a handful of truly elite Taekwondo coaches, and Lee Suk-ji was one of them. That's why his father hired Coach Lee to live with them and coach his son. Bastion
Wow.
was 16 at the time.
He lived with them, and they still don't know how to say Taekwondo correctly.
I know, right?
After Coach Lee started training Bastion, his body showed up on the estate.
Oh my
Cause
God.
of death was listed as unknown, but there was never an investigation.
Well, that explains his back kick. He's got the martial arts background. Now it all makes sense. All right. Okay.
Thank you.
In the end, I learned a lot from Coach Lee.
Do you still compete in Taekwondo?
God, no.
He still uses it.
I mean, all I ever wanted to be was an artist.
Oh.
To be the person I am now, and that's all thanks to you.
Oh, God. He's obsessed.
I'm just the conduit.
No, you were the key.
Oh, God.
Okie dokie.
Oh, no.
Don't you see that?
She's like, God damn it. I let him into my office.
You've allowed my creativity to flourish, to soar to heights I never even imagined.
This is creepy as heck.
Yeah. She's got to, like, stay calm.
So, let's talk about homework.
You're not listening
Anyway,
to me,
pivot.
Dr. Glenn.
Oh, Lord.
The city is finally starting to see me for who I really am.
A psycho?
Does that mean you've been displaying your art?
Why is he bleeding?
You could say that.
He probably suffers from nosebleeds ever since he was a kid.
There's rumors that Muse and the victim wasn't... Well, they weren't the only ones down there. Rumors that Vigilante from Hell's Kitchen is back.
Well, those aren't just rumors. We don't have confirmation on that, sir, but we are definitely open to the possibility.
He's going to be like, nab him.
And I'll take it from here.
With his task force?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, she knows something's wrong. A smart lady.
Yeah.
Is he going to eat it?
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
Becoming your true self can be scary. It's like you always say, we can't hide from ourselves. It's only when we embrace who we are, we can truly be free.
How much blood did he get off of that?
Tell me about that drawing.
You already know, Dr. Glenn.
Yeah, she does.
I can see it in your face.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, oh, my God, oh, my God, don't touch with that dirty hand.
No, 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 go away.
No, there are no more secrets between us.
Is that...
My true self.
Oh, gosh.
And I know what you're thinking, Dr. Glenn. Only one question on your mind right now.
Will I
Can I
survive?
make it to the door in time?
Oh, my God. Oh, no!
No! Ah!
They are
Gosh.
mean to women in this season.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Equal opportunity fighting.
You know, Jerry, I never thought that you'd be the one hiding things from me.
Kirsten,
Matt has got a ton on his plate, and yet every time I see him, he's in some kind of private conversation with you.
do you want me to say? The same confidence I give Matt, I give to you.
See, that doesn't work for me. We're a team here. And hiding things from one another isn't going to get us anywhere. I trust you, and I trust Matt. It'd be nice if that was a two-way street.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, zoops. Okay.
Oh.
I was like, dang, he already got all
I
that
know.
out of her.
He's not going to be able to come back here. Whoa.
How long
Why
has he
are
been
you-
up there?
Okay. I was like, why are you taking off your gloves? And of course, he has to like look at it with his hand. Oh God, can you feel?
No, he doesn't know.
He can't. Oh, that's so frustrating. Because he can... Maybe he can tell that it's her face.
Just grab a couple and go. What's grody is he's touching blood. He figured it out. There it is.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh, that was nice.
Hey!
He's like, they got it. Shit.
Shut up.
Are you sure it was him?
Well, yeah, as far as I could tell. But the facial recognition ID the sketch is Heather Glenn, a psychiatrist downtown.
Shit, he's like, that's my psychiatrist.
Yeah, I'll put out an APB.
No, don't. The task force can handle this. You are the thin, dark line protecting this city. And don't disappoint me, Powell.
I won't, sir. None of us will.
Well, I guess we're just doing it in her office. Does she not have a receptionist or someone?
Oh, he got dressed.
Yeah.
Bastion.
He's got a gun, dude.
What are you doing?
My name is Muse.
Use all of your psychology superpowers right now.
I am Muse!
Muse. M-U-S-E. It was you. I read your books. I've watched you. You know. You understand who I am.
Oh, Jesus.
Please don't hurt me.
You complete me.
Muse, where are you going with all of this?
Don't stay
Oh,
in
is
game.
he nose bleeding? No. Okay.
What's the goal?
Oh, God.
Please don't.
Oh, God. I don't know what I'd do in this situation just because I know that he can fight. I'm like, do I try and fight?
No.
Or...
Well, yes, either that or you go, hey, this sounds swell. you take out.
Oh my God.
You take out all the fear that he
Look,
gets
he's cutting her.
I get it. You take out all the fear that it gratifies him.
Yeah.
Right?
You're like really into it.
Yeah. Like, this is awesome. you make
Please
it. You make it that you like it.
Don't you care about all the people you killed?
Not really.
Do you feel nothing?
No.
No, not yet.
Oh no.
Why would they show up like that?
Look at you. You can't even talk to me without that insane mask on.
Wow.
Anybody who needs a mask is a coward.
Uh-oh.
Lady.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Ah! Another one.
Ah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Kick him in the nuts. I don't know. Okay.
There we go.
Woo!
Every time they fight, they're fighting around a woman.
Oh, that's true.
Well, she wanted her interview with Daredevil.
Yep, he's here. Dang, girl. That was close.
Stack up!
All right, Mr. Black Belt, now that you know that he's a taekwondo master or whatever, how are his moves? Oh my God, oh my God.
Wait. Daredevil didn't know that.
No, you! Whoa! 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 Oh my God!
Damn! Damn!
He's like, you don't hurt my girl. Ah! Dang. Guys.
He's got to finish him and get out of there.
Yeah.
Don't throw him out the window. Don't throw him out the window.
Oh my God. Oh my God. She took care of it though.
Oh shit. She oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Dang. She's a good shot.
You get her. Go. Get her and go.
He has to leave. Come on.
Muse is dead. Secure the building.
Make sure that she's okay, please.
Roll me a bus ASAP. It looks like someone has stabilized the victim.
Okay. There you go. I was wondering if he did that before he bounced.
He had a gun. Part of some murder-suicide grand plan. There's something else, sir. He wasn't the only one up here.
What do you mean?
When we made entry into the room, Muse was already dead. The place was a chaotic mess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
It could have been her.
He was here.
Unlikely.
Daredevil.
Are you sure?
positive.
She's a strong woman. It could have been her.
I mean, she definitely took care of business, okay?
Well, like you said, it was chaotic up here. Hard to see or to tell.
Here you go.
What we do know is that you and your men did your job. That you stopped Muse.
Right.
Okay, sure.
Those are the optics.
There was no one else up here. Isn't that right, Sergeant North?
That's one way to do it. Some training day shit.
That's right.
Yeah. It's just the story you tell.
It's not what you know. It's what you can prove.
I saw Daredevil go through that window.
Look at you. You know your boss will kick your ass for that.
What are you still
Never
doing
talk to
here?
this woman again.
Yeah.
Never.
New York One and all the majors, they come through your blog, don't they?
Of course. Because I get all the real shit.
Like Daredevil taking out Muse?
Why would he?
You burned me with that Mayor garbage thing.
Okay.
Look, you were high, you were slipping. I
Shut
just
up. We're friends, BB. But I'm not a fucking chump, and you owe me.
Okay.
Task Force took out Muse, not Daredevil.
Yeah, the one problem with that is it's bullshit.
You're not stupid, BB. Mayor Fisk isn't f***ing around, and neither am I.
Okay.
Oh, no.
See, this is a carrot and a stick situation. With a very big carrot and a very big stick.
What are you gonna do?
Are you actually threatening me?
No. I'm presenting you with an opportunity.
Oh.
Okay. Let's hear it.
And what you decide in the next few seconds will determine how totally awesome or totally shitty the rest of your life is.
Oh my goodness, what a way to put it.
And I'd be so stoked if you made the right call.
That's scary.
Dang, yeah. He's learning from the best.
If I'm in her position, I'm like, okay, where's the door? She knew it was Matt, though.
Yeah.
She puts two and two together quick. She heard his voice.
She heard his voice.
Saw the bruises. It's making sense.
Unless she's like, oh, I just hallucinated. Like, oh, no. Auditory hallucination.
The beard is exact.
Breaking news tonight, the serial killer known as Muse is dead, and a Tribeca doctor is in stable condition. Muse was shot several times during a daring rescue by Mayor Fisk.
Just hold her.
I promised to keep our streets safe, and I delivered.
Go ahead, take all the credit.
If I got on my knees,
oh gosh,
and I pleaded,
what are you gonna do?
Not to go, but to
Oh my goodness.
No way.
Oh no. It can't be what we think it is. It's a setup to get him. Right?
Oh. Okay, I hope so. I don't want
Why do you hope so? They're both bad people. Screw them all.
No, but I don't want to believe that she would betray Fisk like that.
Screw them all.
if I call out your name, like
He's alone.
No.
Oh my gosh.
No way.
Maybe she told him.
Actually, that's not really his style.
He doesn't even flinch.
Dang.
Could you call Vanessa and ask her? She'd like me to bring her home some stove when you're there.
Okay, is that confirmation?
Yes, I think so.
I told your ass.
I was so quick to be like, no, Vanessa, no. And you're like, no, she would never. She would never. She's a proper ride or die. So.
I saw it coming a mile away.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, ain't no way. Yeah, she's still loyal. She's still loyal. You know, the show had me for a minute there where I was like, oh my gosh, is she really going to let her ambitions and aspirations overtake her and, you know, get her to betray Fisk? But I feel like the basis of the relationship, it's based in loyalty, like so much loyalty. Mm-hmm. So it's just hard to imagine that she would. So you were right.
The fight scene was fun.
Yeah, the fight scene was fun.
I was really surprised more than anything that they decided to explain why Muse has skill. Like, more than anything, I was shocked. I was like, because we had a discussion, I don't know how much of the discussion stays. We had a discussion in the previous episode where I was like, I don't think they're ever going to explain that. That's just like, bad guys have skill. That's just how it works. And then the very next episode, they explained it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, that makes sense. Then you're asking me in the middle of the fight how it looks. I'm like, it's still movie fighting. You know, Taekwondo is like, you're here, right? And there are punches and whatnot, but it's a lot of kicks. Mm-hmm. You get held up, you're not really going to know what to do, right? And Daredevil's like close quarters to him. Daredevil's got so much street cred. It's ridiculous, right? He's had so many battles under his belt. A guy with some Taekwondo skills is not going to stand a chance against Daredevil. For the sake of the show, I'll go with it. There is another element called Hapkido. Like that's like those two generally go together, Taekwondo and Hapkido. If you're studying one, you're often studying the other. I didn't see any Hapkido in there, just fight stuff. And so I don't know how many fights Muse has gone through. For the sake of the show, the fight was cool. It progressed the story, kind of like what we talked about with after the bank scene when Daredevil was fighting the Irish guy in the street. Like you were asking me about the quality of it. I'm like, I don't know. It served the story. You know, and there was a similar thing here where it served the story. It's not something I'd come back to and be like, I got to study that fight scene. It was just like, okay, it served the story. You know?
Yeah, for me, I was able to enjoy the fight scene even more in a way when it was explained like why he was so skilled. Because then I was like, oh, okay.
It ups the stakes.
It ups the stakes so much more because I'm like, wow, this guy is really good. He took out his own master, allegedly. I was just like, wow, this is really, really thrilling. And it was really fun to watch. It did feel a little bit like heavy-handed the way he in the therapy when he was like, yeah, and they made me study Taekwondo. Okay, thanks show for explaining why, but I appreciated that, but it made me wonder.
Did it twice.
Yeah, because I don't know if this Muse character is a villain from the comics or if he's a character that they just made for the show.
More than likely it's from the comics.
I don't know if it's like established in the comics that, oh, this guy is an artist and he's also a martial artist.
Okay.
And so they felt the need to like stay true to that. Or if they just made up this character, then they were like, oh, we kind of need to explain why he's so badass with the kicks. But I liked it, like in retrospect, to be able to go, oh, that's why he was doing those really cool back kicks. Totally makes sense now.
Right. I never got to really understand him before he died. Like, as a bad guy, he was just psychotic to me.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what his trajectory was. I guess he wanted to get close to her, and it wasn't quite panning out the way he wanted. But, like, I didn't really know what he wanted to begin with. Like, okay, so he got her in the room alone. He finally had an appointment with her. He reveals to her, you've unlocked me. This is your creation. Whatever. I'm like, okay, but what did you want out of that scene? Because he goes, at one point, you're probably thinking, can you make it to the door? I'm like, okay, so you just see her as a victim. Another victim in the series of victims. I don't get it. Are you trying to make her your Bonnie? Like, I'm so confused. Like,
I think what it is like you pointed out, like he is psychotic, right? Yeah. And so I'm just imagining, right? I'm just like getting into his head right now. I imagine that this character, his family probably recognized that he had these tendencies from a very young age. We know that he was involuntarily committed at least 3 times in his life, and he's still pretty young.
Right.
So they knew that something was up with him. And so they were constantly like, you need to put on a mask. You need to hide these things, these urges that you have because they're wrong. You can't be like this. And so he spent his whole life trying to conform to what his parents and whoever were telling him, like what society says and all of that. And then he reads these books from this doctor and then he's like, oh my God. I can be myself. Like, it's okay to be who I am. And so he finally embraces the darkness that is within him. And he does all these heinous things, right? He idolizes the doctor because, you know, she is, I guess, his hero. He puts her on a pedestal because, according to him, she was the one that set him free. And so he just really wants to get to know her and be close to her. But then when he does, she starts looking at him like everyone else. And then maybe he goes crazy. Or, I mean, this is the part where I'm like not sure. Like, he came in and he always planned that he was going to do something with her. Mm-hmm. And maybe just make her his most special paint of all.
I know I would have given it away sooner, but there's a teeny tiny part of me that wishes that we had some sessions with them leading up to this episode, rather than this is the very first and last session ever.
Sure.
You know?
But the thing I am enjoying with the show, and I think that's why I put it together in that moment before it was like fully revealed, is that every single person that they focus on, while they may not kind of tell their story in that episode where we first see them, they do come back.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like that because we definitely noticed him in the book signing, right? And like the camera, made it really obvious, like, you're supposed to notice this guy. And he is the type of guy, like, with his look or whatever, that you're like, he would stand out probably in a room, and definitely when the camera looks at him like that. And so immediately you're like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. But then you forget because he's not featured anymore in that episode or in the episode after that, because you don't know, because he's Muse or whatever. And then it all comes back. And so I appreciate that the show does that, where it just kind of leaves these little seeds of characters and things that are going on in the background and then like brings them back. And so you're like, oh yeah, there's so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. I still kind of wish I got to know him better.
Sure.
In some way. Like, some kind of misdirect, like a murder mystery or something where, oh, he's been in front of us all along.
But he was.
No, we saw him once and then he disappeared for most of the show until right now.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, and so I'm thinking of like a Patterson novel or something, where like the character's there and you just don't, you connect it late as like the show, as the movie or show goes on, you start to connect the dots of like, oh wait, it might be that guy. And it kind of throws the scent this way and that way. And then you realize it's the cop who's been next to Morgan Freeman the entire movie. Like, Along Came a Spider.
Sure.
Or whatever.
I guess it's because the main villain is still Kingpin, Wilson Fisk,
it's not Along Came a Spider. It's a different one. I forgot what the movie is, but it's one of the Patterson novels that adapted. All I'm driving at is I didn't get to experience any sort of revelation until like right before he dies. That's kind of frustrating.
Sure.
That's all.
I get that, but all I'm saying is that he's not the main villain.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's just like a little distraction side story to keep us interested, but also to help Daredevil come back to who he is.
That's true. That's a true.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, but the real villain that we're focusing on is Fisk.
Yes.
That's the main villain for this show.
Yes.
This season.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's fair. No, you're right. Okay, one thing that just is a little funny to me is Charlie Cox has a very, like, special kind of lower face, I feel like it's, you put him, he's very recognizable, even just the lower half of his face.
Sure.
And with the beard and all, it's like, that's a very nicely trimmed beard.
Listen, people can't recognize Clark Kent and Superman.
This isn't DC, this is Marvel. And so I'm just saying, it's like, how do you not see the beard, the mouth? It's like the same flat lips.
It's the mouth that you've kissed multiple times, lady.
I feel like I would know.
Would you?
I don't know.
You're like, hey, Jabby.
Okay.
No.
I don't know. He doesn't even disguise his voice.
No,
It just sounds
doesn't.
like regular.
That's why I'm convinced that at some point Heather's gonna like kind of figure it out. I think right now, while she's in hospital, she's maybe just trying to rationalize. She's maybe trying to rationalize everything, And she's like, I feel like her subconscious probably recognized who he was, but her conscious mind is going, no, it was Daredevil. I don't know Daredevil. Therefore, it's not someone that I know. But I'm pretty sure that at some point the pennies are going to drop. Like she's going to be hanging out with him or something. And then it's all going to come back because that's how your mind works.
Okay, so the one argument I have against myself is in both instances, both ladies were barely conscious. That's the one thing. It's like the young girl was mostly out of it. And then, his lady, the psychiatrist, therapist, boo thing, she was nearly out of it. So
yeah, I think that's a fairly good explanation as to why they might not immediately recognize who he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
I mean, they're thinking about it. I feel like the writers are going, yeah. We're definitely covering our bases here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good writing, I suppose.
Well, I guess Fisk's profile is elevated since his task force, did a good job.
Yeah.
So allegedly.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like you say, like in Training Day, it's all about the narrative, right? And so he can control the narrative now, and especially with like baby Fisk going in there and talking to BB and being like, hey, you owe me a favor, so I need you to lie.
That's funny.
And like, thank you. I need you to lie and basically say it wasn't Daredevil. I don't feel like she will, because if she is truly Ben Urich's niece and she values the truth as much as he does, I don't think she will. But she'll be in a lot of danger, you know? So it's a scary place for a young girl to be. It's a scary position, you know?
Yeah. Did you think for even a second when the cops were coming up, the task force, when they were coming up the stairs and all that and trying to break in to save the therapist, did you think for even a second that Daredevil was still going to be in the room? Were you at all shocked when they got in there and Daredevil was gone?
I wanted him to be gone, but I was also a little bit scared that maybe he would let his feelings for Heather overwhelm everything else and be there for her. But, you know, he's a smart guy and he's a survivor, so.
In my head, there was only two outcomes. It was either she wasn't there because he, you know, took her to the hospital or took her home, or he was gone and she was there and he like sustained her.
Yeah.
As was what happened in the show. What would have been shocking is if he was still in the room and they had to chase his ass down, and it would have been seen like out of Batman Mask of the Phantasm. You know, that would have been exciting and very expensive.
Very expensive. They were like, listen, we had one epic fight in this episode. We surely do not have the budget for two.
The show feels like it's under budget. Like that's not necessarily a bad thing, but like they had a budget and they came under budget. They're like, we got it. We did it. Nailed it. Under budget.
Okay, what makes you say that?
I don't know. It's just very budget conscious. You know, not that most shows aren't. You know, like, okay, so Acolyte and all that, they spent money on that.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know?
Yeah.
You can see that they spent money on it.
Just goes to show you can spend money on things doesn't really speak to the quality.
Sure. Well, then Andor. You know, they clearly spent money on that, and it looks good.
Sure.
That looks really good. I like that show a lot. That's one of my favorite Disney Plus shows. This definitely feels like they had a different budget than Netflix when Netflix did it. That's my feeling about it. I don't know. Y'all tell me if I'm crazy.
Yeah, I don't necessarily see that.
Look,
I feel
go
like
back and watch.
Need you.
Go back and watch Daredevil seasons 1 through 3, and you tell me one instance where you're like, that looks like a fake devil, as opposed to a stunt guy or something.
Listen.
After the last reaction, I went back and showed Achara Kirk what I was talking about. When Daredevil first shows up and comes right at the camera, like that's not real.
No, it's not real. It looks a little bit cartoony. Yeah.
I didn't ever feel that once when I was watching Netflix. Not that this is supposed to be Netflix of the same quality, but it'd have been nice. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah, because they were going for a more like fantastical, like maybe even like a comic book feel where he like jumps in and it's like.
You can do that.
In real life?
Yes, there are ways, and they opted for CG, and I'm like, but why? You got stunt guys that are very capable. Back the shit up, put a long lens on there, and have them jump at the camera. I don't know. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, why are you doing CG? There's so many ways to do this without CG.
That is a valid question, and I feel like it's not fair to only address this at Daredevil because it's happening everywhere. There is too much of a reliance on CG because it's easier and probably cheaper.
But I thought they had the showrunners from the original show. I'm just confused about that because whatever feeling I have when I see what is obviously some CG that needed a couple more days, you know, I'm like, I didn't ever feel that before. And maybe it's because it's the same and it was just, you know, back then that was good and now it's, you know, maybe if I watch it now, I'll be like, oh, didn't age too well. But I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
No, it's still a good show.
Okay. So what happened? There was maybe Netflix was, okay, you know what it is? Maybe Netflix was just like, just go. Just go. You know, who cares about debt? Just go. Keep putting out shows. You know, Netflix was brazen with it at the time.
At the time, yeah.
Yeah, and so
that was the heyday.
That was and so maybe it's a little different. Maybe we're just like a little tighter right now, and so we got to make it work. And people are gonna watch anyway. It's Daredevil, strong IP. People are gonna watch it.
And honestly, strong story. I'm really, really enjoying it. Like I'm having a very good time with this.
I am here for the ride. That's my feeling right now. This does not compare to season 1. And I have to watch season 3 again to be able to say, this does not compare to season 3 either. So it's been a minute.
Listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, season 3 had some really great arcs.
But that said, we have 2 episodes left. It could be so mind-blowing. You know?
I hope so. I mean, I'm still enjoying it regardless.
I'm enjoying. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad.
Are you not?
No.
Okay.
I'm entertained, okay?
Are you not entertained?
Russell Crowe would be content.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm entertained. I'm enjoying the fight scenes more than you, it seems. And so, I have more reason to criticize it. But, like, I'm just taking a step back, objectively going, it's cool.
I think I'm just turning into Baby Jabby, where I'm like, let me break down this fight scene now that I have been next to Sensei for so long. And now I can see things and understand things. Like even Kristen is getting it now.
I think they set me up at episode 1. After that, I'm like, all right, this is what we're getting. You know, my expectations went here with the fight scenes after episode 1.
Sure.
It just looked a little bit like a video game. And I'm like, all right, okay. That's what we're getting. Now it's all about the heart. It's all about the character and his peril, his endeavor, his journey. Now that's all I'm here for. The fight scenes. I don't have any sort of thrill with the fight scenes beyond the scope of consequences for the characters.
I am invested in the characters for sure. And I'm also surprisingly, or maybe not so surprisingly, really invested in Wilson Fisk and Vanessa. I'm really invested in their relationship, which I guess isn't surprising because their relationship has always been really exciting and fascinating, even though, he is the bad guy or the villain.
You guys, thanks so much. This has been fun. Hopefully you're having fun. And if you're on Patreon with us, thanks so much for being a patron. If you're not a patron, that's okay. We love you anyway. I'm Jabby Kaway. This is
Achara Cook.
Peace out.